3x, 3x, 3x Lexxx. Right back at you. Let's do it, guys. Back in the office. So today, I want to show you some Naomi games. Today is going to be a slight departure from the other sections of Dreamcast and PSP. I'm going to get back to some more PSP games, but I've been going through this Naomi section. I'm really enjoying it. Really like what I see. And there's a ton of stuff in here, man. It's loaded. Like the Naomi section is like nearly 200 games. And hey, man, Under Defeat, Zero Gunner, just all type of games are in here, man. Just it's a phenomenal section, and these games run great for the most part. Let's check out Zero Gunner 2. Great 2D/3D shooter. Has some very unique aspects to the game. You could rotate the ship to shoot in opposite directions. The levels rotate and come from different directions, so you're just not going horizontal or vertically the entire game. Very unique, innovative 2D shooter, but with 3D graphics. Phenomenal game. And this is pretty much, this is the exact arcade version too. I know you see the Dreamcast borders, but this is the Naomi version. And hey, man, this is a phenomenal game, and it runs perfect. Graphics look incredible. Like, to be honest, never did I think I'd see, at least so soon, a small single board computer like running all of this stuff at full speed. Especially when I first got my Hyperspin system, which was probably 3 years ago. Never did I think just now we'd see a small single board computer running all of this stuff. So, hey, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, it's cool. You can use a button to rotate your ship. It's really nice. One thing I like about this game too is that you actually get a life bar instead of just getting hit one time and you're dead. Oh, whoa. Got me out of there. It's a challenging game for sure. It's 2 players also. So, I mean, that's definitely has to be kept in mind. So you can definitely play this with a friend. Game runs full speed. It's really showing off the power of this overclock. This is a very demanding game. Hey, check that out. Really cool game, man. Really cool game. I could play this all day. I love 2D shooters, as you guys already know, so. And this is a really cool one. Graphics look fantastic, too. All right, guys. That was Zero Gunner 2 by Psycho. They got some really outstanding 2D shooters. This was a great one that they made, so definitely check that out. Another game I wanted to show you guys too was Under Defeat. Another 2D shooter with the 3D graphics. Fantastic game. This game has a similar graphic style to Zero Gunner 2, but hey man, this is a great game. sneaky guy right there. Game looks fantastic. Another high resolution 3D Naomi game running at 60 frames a second. Extremely smooth. Frame rate's consistent. Right. All right, guys. Under Defeat, fantastic 2D, 3D shooter in the same vein as Zero Gunner 2. Definitely check that out on here. That runs good. All right, Shooting Love 2007. This is like a combination game that came out for Naomi Arcade. I believe this was Japanese arcades. XL, which was the sequel to Trezel, which I've shown off. I believe in my 2 videos ago for Dreamcast, which is yet another 2D shooter. Fantastic game. Hey, it's a fantastic game. I was a big fan of Trezel, so the sequel XZL is pretty cool. It's definitely worth checking out. Very similar to Trezel. This is definitely a bullet hell style shooter, for sure. All right, took that clown down. All right, that's Excelia and Shooting Love 2007 compilation. So check that out, Naomi. Definitely cool game. All right, guys, how about some Melty Blood? I don't think I've talked much about Melty Blood before. I don't think any of my other previous videos had any Melty Blood games, or my previous builds for that matter. I can't remember. But anyway, Melty Blood is it's a 2D fighting game series, and it came out, I want to say, like somewhere in the early 2000s, around the PS2 era. And it's an interesting fighting game series. For me, it was, how can I put it? I would say it's above average, you know, as a series. It's not one of the greats. You know, I don't put it up there with Guilty Gear, Tobal, or Samurai Showdown, or nothing like that. Or even like, or Fist of the North Star. Any of the Arc System Works stuff. It was solid. It definitely had a respectable fan base. A lot of people did gravitate with it. It's very anime based, stylistically. Definitely a cool game, but you know, I don't enjoy it as much, the series as much as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, or any of those games like that. Like, I would definitely put those games above Melty Blood, but this is a cool game nonetheless, though, and you may like it. It was unique because it had mostly all women in it. It was very story heavy driven too. But I remember having a version of this game on PS2. I think I still got it around here somewhere, but I haven't played it in years. It was an older version. This is a more updated version. I haven't kept up with the series, to be honest. The gameplay was solid to me, but one of the things I didn't really care about was a lot of the character sprites were like really small, even though they seem to be bigger in this version. And the special moves and everything didn't really hit hard for me. The gameplay is solid though. In a lot of ways, it kind of reminds me of Power Instinct, the Power Instinct series. But I think something like Groove on Fight would be like a better representation of what they were trying to do with Melty Blood. It also was a tag team fighter, so I'll have to get the Groove on Fight pretty soon. But still, this is a competent 2D fighter. It plays well, and I definitely enjoy it. I won't lie, this version seems to be a little bit more enjoyable than the version I had. Maybe they've improved the series, but the combination punching seems to be, the combo seems to come off smoother in this game. I remember the older version not really having much as far as like combination punching and kicking wise. The game didn't seem to flow as smooth, but this one seems to play pretty smooth. I must say. I might have to spend more time with this. This series might change my mind after all. There's so many fighting games to play. But yeah, this one, the gameplay ain't bad. I'm still not a big fan of the art style. Anyway, guys, that's Melty Blood, actress again. So definitely you want to check that out. Anyway, guys, you know what? Let's do a little overtime. Let's go Dead or Alive 2. Yeah, this was one of those games where it had to load the jammer board. So even though you're emulating this game, it still has to do the standard arcade check. So it's basically looking for the jammer board, so to say. So the boot up for this one's a little longer. But hey, man, this game looks phenomenal. Still, it's aged extremely well. Dead or Alive 2 is my favorite version of Dead or Alive. Like, hands down, phenomenal fighting game. So, in the tag mode here, it was just a thing of beauty. But, yeah, I had this when this came out on Dreamcast. Looks great, plays phenomenal. That's one thing I hate. They got rid of the tag mode in Dead or Alive 6. It was the first Dead or Alive since 2 that didn't have the tag mode. I mean, since the first Dead or Alive that didn't have the tag mode, which is a killer, because that was like one of the staples of the series, and it was one of the last holdouts, because in this era, a lot of games were like going with the tag mode. But this particular, but Dead or Alive 6, they finally got rid of the tag mode, and that was like a real disappointment to me. But hey, this is a fantastic game to check out on this cabinet. Hey, the Naomi section is really cooking on this cabinet. Tons of options. Most of them, almost all of them play great. Everything is running well. The overclock helps big time, because before, a lot of these games ran okay or pretty good, but it was clearly issues. But hey, they're running fantastic now. So, all right, guys, 3X Lexxx out. I'll get with you on the next one. Peace.